she
All right,
eyed
let's
the
get it.
local supermarket known as HEB Plus in preparation for dinner with her husband, Chris. As she gathered the ingredients, she observed a bouquet of pink and
let's
red
chill,
roses, colors that symbolize tenderness and passion. As Olivia exited the store with the roses in her cart, she was unaware that in less than 40 minutes, she would be dead. A horrible consequence of so-called toxic love. The police would find her on her bedroom floor in a quiet neighborhood in Beaumont, Texas. 11 minutes earlier, her loving husband, Chris, dialed 911.
Beaumont 911, what is the address of your emergency?
Please, hurry. Someone take the gun.
Tell me what's going on.
I'm at home. My wife been shot in the head. Please.
Somebody shot in the head.
My wife, please.
Tell me, where is she shot?
In the head.
Okay, where in the head?
Take it and it went off.
Okay. I want you to try to control the bleeding.
As soon as the call disconnected, officers headed on their way to the Beaumont, Texas home of Chris and Olivia, located at 5575 Pine Bur Boulevard. At 8:55 a.m., they arrived. Officer Otis Butler was met by a familiar face, 40-year-old Christopher Ray Jones, who was visibly distressed. Officer Butler was close friends with Chris and his wife Olivia. His body cam was rolling while Chris urged the officers to hurry into the house.
She in my bedroom. Where's the gun?
In the bedroom, broken down on the dresser. Come this way.
Okay.
Please, come this way. This way.
Okay.
Please. Olivia.
As alluded to earlier, the officers made their way to the bedroom and found Olivia lying on the floor.
Baby.
Sir.
Wait, they said the husband did it. Why does he look so like he could have fooled me? I could never be a cop.
I tried to take it.
Get his gun.
If I was a police officer, they're like,
Olivia was found face
officer,
down
I
with a
didn't do
gunshot
it.
wound
It was
to the
some
back
random
of her head.
person. I'd have been like,
Astonishingly,
oh
she
my
was still
God.
breathing. When the officers rolled her over, they discovered
was
that
still
the bullet
breathing?
had pierced through her right eye. The room she was found in was covered in blood, with spatter all over the walls. The paramedics arrived, and while they tended to Olivia, the police secured the area. Officer Butler had Chris
God,
walk
how do
him
people
through the
do that?
events
Yeah, let me just
leading
kill
up to the
someone.
shooting.
They're never gonna find me. Are you dumb?
We had a disagreement. And I say, baby, if you're not working with me, you're working against me. I say, we've been doing this. My 19-year-old stepdaughter was 8. My 11-year-old was 1. I say, Olivia, we can't get it together.
The way he was talking, I assume he did it.
We got several. And I say, I just want a divorce. And her reaction was, she got the gun. I said, give me the gun. She like, I don't remember which hand. I'm like, give me that gun. What is you doing? Stop trying to scare me. I took it.
So when you grabbed it, went off?
She yanked. I grabbed it and she yanked back. And the gun went off.
Nah,
The gun went off.
Chris's story immediately set off red flags. How could such a large man be overpowered by his significantly
Yeah, what the
smaller
fuck,
wife?
man?
Chris dropped to his knees in anguish, but there were
You
no
know how
tears
strong
as he
men
asked
are
Officer
compared to
Butler
women?
if he
It's
could go check on
insane.
Olivia.
like my dad's nearing 60, but I know for a fact if I try to arm wrestle him, he'd break my fucking legs.
No. You don't need to go in there, okay?
Is she alive?
Yeah, she is.
She is.
We got him.
Is she alive, Mr. Butler?
Wait.
Please don't tell me she's alive if she's not.
Yeah, when I saw her, she was.
She was talking?
She wasn't talking.
Oh.
It looked like she was breathing, yeah.
What? Did you see that? Instead of being like, is she alive? Is she breathing? That's the first time. If someone's like, oh yeah, she's alive. The first thing you would ask, is she breathing? Is she talking? Is crazy. If my husband got shot in the head, I wouldn't be like, oh, I wonder if he's saying anything about like who shot him in the head. Is he a fucking idiot? Oh, no wonder.
Don't
That's
go in there.
suspicious as hell.
Sir, I need you to stay right here with me, okay? And calm down.
Calm down.
Upon learning that Olivia was still breathing, Chris's reaction seemed strangely devoid of relief or happiness. Another red flag for Officer Butler. Back inside the home, Olivia's wounds proved to be fatal, and just after 9 a.m., she was pronounced dead. Officers searched the rest of the home and noticed that in addition to the surveillance cameras installed on the exterior of the house, there were 2 more cameras mounted in the living room, monitoring the interior of the house as well. They also discovered the gun that Olivia was shot with, a 9mm pistol covered in blood. However, they found it strange that the gun was in a different room from where the shooting took place. If Olivia was holding the gun when it went off, how did it end up in a different room? The only logical answer was that Chris must have moved it. Following this discovery, the officers decided that the best course of action
Hope
was
you
to
had fun.
detain
I
Chris
had a lot
until
of
they
fun.
had a
Thank
better
you,
understanding
Ryan.
of what really happened. As Chris was getting handcuffed, his 19-year-old
Wait,
daughter, Ariel,
what did he
arrived
say?
at the house.
Please don't tell me she's alive. I misheard. Wait, did he say please don't tell me she's alive? I think that's what he said.
She had already been
Please don't tell
contacted
me
by
she's
Chris,
alive,
who
I
told
think.
her what had happened. She was clearly
so weird.
devastated.
My bro's a cop in Charlotte, and he got home telling me that a 3-year-old got shot that night and died. What the fuck?
While the officers tried to console Ariel, Chris was escorted to the back of a police cruiser. Lead Detective Mendy Freeman and Sergeant Yvette Barrero of the Forensics Unit arrived at the residence and were immediately caught
I kind of forget that you have other
According to him,
siblings.
she
Over
grabs
a
9
car?
millimeter.
Jesus fucking
And
Christ.
the
People
vet
do not
told him
deserve to
that
be
she did
parents.
that. He claims he reached for the gun to try to get it from her. And when he reached for it, and they struggle over it, boom.
At that moment, Olivia's sister Angela arrived at the scene, and Ariel once again broke out into hysterics. All of the evidence was collected and sent to the crime lab. Chris was brought down to the station where they took photos of his hands still covered in blood.
They're waiting for the
Back,
lead
what are we
detectives. They're going to be the ones that actually
This
have it.
guy called 911 saying like, my wife was shot. Send an ambulance. And then they're like, okay. Then the police get there. And the police are like, okay, so what happened? He's like, we were fighting. I told her I wanted a divorce. She pulled out a gun. She overpowered me, and then she shot herself whenever I was trying to get it off of her. Oh wait, pause. Wait, huh? A dude stealing a car saw a grandma in the window, and he shot at her and missed and traveled through the house, striking the kid. Jesus fuck. Why? What are guns needed for? I'm gonna be so honest. I get that you want to like self-defense, but if you are robbing someone with a gun, it don't look good for the gun owners. Most of the time, it's either to like kill someone for trying to break in or whatever. I mean, like, if you want to self-defense, go ahead, whatever. I don't care. But why? God. All right, let's go.
So
They're like, how do you get overpowered by a woman? And then they found the gun bloodied and in a different room. Like, okay. And then but the sister came. She was like, "Where is that fucking bastard? I'm gonna kill him." Everything looking like a red flag here. All
When
right.
the detectives finally arrived at the station, they started Chris's interview by asking him what caused the argument. He said that he felt as if Olivia wasn't pulling her weight in the relationship.
I am very particular. If you heard that, that's true. I am very particular. You strive for the best for people. I work really hard, and I don't make excuses for myself, and I don't accept excuses for anybody else.
After telling her that he wanted a divorce, she went to the bedroom and grabbed the gun.
what did you say?
Really? You serious? Really? This is not going to solve anything.
Did he kill his wife?
You know,
This shit
this
looks
is not- you do
suspicious as
not
hell.
wanna
This
do that.
He was just arrested for suspicion of killing his wife. If my significant other, just girlfriend, if they died in front of me, I'm gonna be hysterical. No, Lux did it. I killed his fucking wife, guys. Sorry.
You put that freaking gun down before you make a mistake and hurt yourself. She was crying. She was crying.
Chris handed over his cell phone, which had access to the home security camera footage.
Say you want to access just that camera. You touch that. And that's just that camera. Okay. Go, you follow what I'm saying?
So far, let's go back to devices.
Yes, sir.
Telling the cops.
And everything is labeled.
Carport, backyard, front door, back door, laundry room, inside garage, living room, kitchen.
The police examined this footage, hoping to corroborate Chris's story. At 8:41 a.m., Olivia can be seen going about her morning routine in the kitchen. Then, all of a sudden, the footage cuts out. 3 minutes later, at 8:44 a.m., the video is back up, and Chris is captured frantically pacing around the house while on the phone with 911. 11 minutes later, at 8:55 a.m., the responding officers can be seen entering the residence. That means that Olivia must have been shot during this 3-minute gap in the footage. In the interrogation room, Chris was asked why this footage was missing. He claimed that he had no idea.
That is so fucking suspicious. What the hell?
Why would there be no recordings on that? I don't know. It should be.
Like
Everybody
if you're
in the
gonna
house
if
should be
you're
on
gonna
it. But like I
hey, let me just get rid of the part where my wife probably died. Like at least delete the day and be like, oh yeah, probably glitched. No, I'm gonna do it 5 minutes. These
said,
people are
the
fucking
internet, you can go through days.
moron. I would have done it this way. Sorry.
We shouldn't have
I don't know. I'm overthinking everything
Just
today.
keep
Don't
playing.
take.
You can pick
I don't
whatever day you
condone
want, and it's never
violence.
gonna be consistent. That's why I said it was a waste of money.
Well, I'm wanting desperately to find some video on here
We need public
that
executions. What
corroborates
the hell is wrong with
what
you,
you're telling
Kevin?
us, but almost all the videos start right
It's either an
after
affair
this
or
event
he
happened.
killed him.
Chris
I don't
had
know
a
which
bunch
one.
of excuses, from internet problems to
He
not
killed her,
charging
yeah.
the camera properly. But at this point, the
Either he
detectives
caught
were
cheating and
taking
he's like, I
anything
can't have
Chris
you
said with a grain of salt.
alive.
It seemed more likely that Chris, the only one with access to the footage, had tampered with it. Since they did not have the video, they had Chris reenact the moment that he tried to disarm Olivia.
Now go ahead and do my initial. She pulls it. Give me the.
Oh my god.
And I go. I'm sorry.
you're good.
No, you're good.
I don't sit chair.
I'm sorry. You're fine.
I like the chair, man.
I'm reliving it. You are. I'm reliving it.
So she should be shot in the back of her right head.
He's like trying to figure out how to
Did you
act.
feel me
What
twist
the
your?
fuck?
Did you feel me twist?
Back here.
Did you feel me twist your?
We're still
I
on the
I
twisted.
think seeing
With
people
each
die in the
question
name of
asked,
justice will
it seems
stop a
as
lot
if
of
Chris
people
was
from doing dumb
improvising
shit.
the answer, actively trying to make the puzzle pieces fit together rather than telling the truth. The detectives ended their initial interview feeling more
I
suspicious
think
of
if
Chris
we just
than ever.
didn't
They
have
then moved on to
guns
other members of the family, starting
and
with
live like the United Kingdom. I don't know what they have. The British. You just hear about people stabbing each other. It's one thing being shot. This is my opinion. If I ever want to die, I want to die from being shot. If I die while being stabbed, I would never wish. Like at least with a shot, boom, you're dead. That's it. Getting stabbed to death. That shit is horrifying. And like in other countries, they like literally fucking slice at themselves. There's those weird videos. Hell no. Just kill me at that point. Like blow my head off. That's so weird. I never understood
Olivia's
that.
sister Angela.
But no, nobody would. I'd rather just have. I'd rather not have guns at all.
We talk every day. I drop her baby to her at the tax office. She's always been timid about everything. But she was
same. Yeah,
she
exactly.
was the type that whatever went on in their home, she would keep it there.
Yeah. It's kind of a private
person.
Yeah.
She loved her baby so much.
This is a normal reaction.
To live for them, she would
You'd rather
never,
stabbings, yeah,
Angela
but
went
most
on to
people
reveal
are
the
hesitant
extent
to
of
stab
Chris's
people
control over
because you
Olivia.
actually have to put in the effort to kill
talk on the
someone.
phone
If
after-
you shoot somebody, no, if like it can be chalked up to, oh, I didn't mean to, I didn't think it was gonna kill like them like that. But it's kind of the adrenaline rush. When you stab someone, it's like you can stab them once and be like, what was I thinking? That's it. But one stab is not gonna kill someone. Multiple, yeah, they like thoroughly and try hard to kill someone with a knife. I'm saying normal people never want to go through that shit. It's horrifying. But at least like with it, whenever if you shoot people down, you kind of, I guess you kind of blank it out. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with serial killer. I don't know what happens to their minds, but like we're debating this one day, but I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, yeah. There's a lot of things that I think about, right? And I can't say, I feel like it's getting low-key kind of political, which is why I won't say anything too much. But for my ideal, like an ideal situation, if there's a reason that we actually need guns, I'm down to hear it. But I could do without them. I don't want them in my house. I get why some people want it, and that's fine. That's your decision. I don't want that shit near my house. They freak me out. And they also freak me out in the same way that, public scooters and public bikes, electric scooters and electric bikes is what I mean. I am always scared of riding on those. I feel like I'm gonna fall down or hit a garbage can and crack my head open and die. I can get you used to them. Girl, what the fuck?
He controlled the finances.
No.
He never wanted to be in the presence of her family. Family reunions, anything, he never came. But she would have to step off, and when he would call, and all you could hear was him screaming and yelling in the phone. His character is agitation. Like, his character is to be aggressive. I just don't get it. Because all she
My guns are
wanted-
cool. Yeah.
My sister was a married type.
I've seen some cool guns.
To be loved. Yeah.
Even in video games, I think they're pretty cool, but nope.
Like, she loved her babies. She wanted to live for her babies.
To make matters worse, Chris's ex-wife Letitia, who he initially met back in 1999, corroborated his pattern of controlling and aggressive behavior.
I met Chris Jones in 1999. It was just like a constant fight. Like, he strangled me, choked me out, drugged me through the house. My skin was missing off my back.
What
One
the
time,
fuck?
he bit my hand. He had this bite marks in my hand. This was what it was. If the house not clean, he's told me that he would kill me if I was to ever leave him. Told me how he would do it. The reason I never said
Oh my
anything or
god.
went for help was because I was extremely in fear of my life. Because I knew and I felt in my heart that he would kill me.
And most damning of all were the allegations made by Olivia's daughter Ariel during her interview. She explained what it was like living at the house with her mom and Chris.
One time they were arguing and I heard her say she couldn't breathe. I would see bruises on her. It broke her down to the point where she believed what he said. You won't be nothing without me, stuff like that. Right. Everybody knows my mom. Everybody knows my mom. Everybody knows that we were her world.
With each person interviewed, the allegations against Chris were stacking higher and higher.
What
They
the fuck is
doubled back
wrong with
him,
this
urging
guy?
him to tell the
Jesus.
truth about what actually happened to the
And
missing
then he was like,
footage.
I'm reliving it. Ooh, shut up, bitch.
I look guilty. I deleted those videos. I look guilty.
Not if you say right now, what you just said a little while ago, I freaked out, I panicked, I did some stuff I shouldn't have done. Is that one of them?
Yes.
How many did you delete?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just afraid of being blamed for something I did do something that looks really bad on me.
While the confession was a much-needed win for the detectives, there was still no trace of those crucial 3 minutes of footage. However, the detectives did their due diligence. They spent the days combing through all available footage from the house to see for themselves what daily life was like for the Jones family. In these recordings, the true nature of Chris and Olivia's relationship was on full display.
Then you're gonna be looking stupid. Look on the floor. Look on the floor. Look on the floor, Mike. Look on the floor.
This shit pisses me off so
Look on the
fucking
floor.
bad.
Look on the floor. Look on why is that like that? You're not paying attention.
God forbid anyone talks to me like that.
You wasn't worried about the son of a bitch a minute ago.
What the hell is this guy's problem? It is not that big of a deal. Why do you get angry for like a lid?
Look at me like that, bitch. I'm not playing
What
with
the
you.
fuck?
Crazy. You want to do some shit, not enough? Give it here. You got all the goddamn answers. You don't do a goddamn thing around this. Right. This your ass, bitch. That's clean dish. That's clean.
I didn't want to. They fell on the floor.
I don't want to watch this. This just pissing me off. Can I skip like this? I don't want to see this.
It's you.
Putting her
Not his fault at the end of the day. I'm gonna go to your house and I'm gonna personally give you the craziest twitty twister of your life. Don't ever disrespect me like that again.
You collected unemployment. You just had off. If most men
She
in
picked
this
that
world
man.
want a woman that got
But why the
money.
fuck is a man gonna
What are
act
we
like
doing
that?
here?
The entire
Even
fucking
though they
time.
were still
This shit
waiting for
pisses me off.
ongoing
I can't
forensic
stand men
analysis
like this.
results, authorities believed that they had enough evidence to place
Jesus
charges
fucking
against
Christ.
Chris.
News this morning, a Beaumont man is now facing murder charges in a Valentine's Day shooting of his wife. Police say this man, Christopher Ray Jones, who worked as a correctional counselor at the Beaumont Federal Prison, killed his wife, Olivia.
Chris was charged with first-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter in April of 2019. But unexpectedly, within 24 hours after being charged, he was released on a $150,000 bond and was put under house arrest with a GPS monitor.
Now a man charged with murdering his wife is back at their home.
40-year-old Christopher Ray Jones was arrested and charged with shooting his wife in the face on Valentine's Day. His bond was set at $150,000. He paid and is now out.
Many taking to social media to voice their concerns, stating things like, "Can't believe he's out on a $150,000 bond. That's crazy. What's wrong with our system?" And, "Can't believe they would make his bond so low that he got out. He should not be walking the streets."
While out on bail, Christopher was allowed to continue operating the Jones family business, a food truck called One Plate at a Time. The judge allowed Chris to work while out on bail since the food truck is directly beside his home. However, this decision was controversial amongst Olivia's family and the community. They knew Chris was the only person with Olivia at the time of her death, and they all seemed to believe that he had killed her.
This food truck on Concord Road in Beaumont is a hot topic on social media. It's not generating rave reviews from many, but condemnation from a grieving family.
I don't see how would anyone want to support someone who murdered their wife on Valentine's Day, which is a day that we are supposed to celebrate love. And the day that she was going to celebrate that with him, he decides to take her life.
Chris's image was tainted even further when the results from the crime lab came in. The bloodstain patterns at the crime scene indicated that the gunshot wound could not have happened in the way that Chris described it. Additionally, investigators found no gunshot residue on Olivia's hands, indicating that there was no way she was holding the gun when it went off. There was, however, gunshot residue on Chris's hands and clothing. Despite all of the evidence pointing towards Chris, he pled not guilty to his charges. But before his trial would take place, Olivia's family held a gathering to honor her memory.
This Valentine's Day, purple and red balloons filled Rogers Park.
Purple means domestic violence, and red was one of her favorite colors.
1 year ago today, Joshua Simmons lost his sister.
Valentine's Day was one of her favorite holidays.
I would give almost anything to have her back right now.
What's this year been like for you and your family?
If you can wrap it up in one
Look
word,
at me,
it
I'm
would say
munching.
it
That's
would be
why I'm
Frustrated with the
That's why I'm
fact that
pumped.
Jones isn't behind bars. Now the family wants to raise awareness for domestic violence, but more than anything, they want justice for Olivia.
We're wanting him to spend the rest of his life in prison. While my
That
sister spent the
motherfucker
rest
needs
of her
to
life
die.
in the grave.
First of all, kill him. Munch, munch. Sorry, guys, I'm hungry.
After finally having an opportunity to celebrate Olivia's life, her loved ones would once again have to face her death during Chris's upcoming trial. The courtroom was packed with family members from both sides. It had been over 3 years since Olivia's death, and despite the clear tension between the two families, they all wanted the same thing: justice for Olivia.
Your mic's not
Prosecutors
loud.
Jimmy
I
Ham
just
and
didn't
Mike
adjust
Laird
it 'cause I thought it
described
was
Chris
funny.
as
Sorry,
an
Ryan.
abusive partner with a violent past, and it was only a matter of time before something like this happened. Chris's defense attorney, Ryan Gertz, argued that Chris only grabbed the gun because Olivia was recklessly handling the weapon, putting both herself and Chris in a dangerous predicament. Forensic pathologist Celestina Rossi provided critical bloodstain analysis and confirmed that Olivia did not have any gunshot residue on her, contradicting the defense's claims that her death was merely an accident. The testimonies and evidence combined ultimately overpowered the defense team, and on February 8th, 2022, Christopher Ray Jones was found guilty for the murder of his wife, Olivia Jones.
1,118 days. That's how long Olivia Jones's family says
Jesus
they've waited Christ. for this
Why did it take
moment.
so
The
long
moment
for
when
this guy to
Olivia's
get
husband,
arrested?
Christopher
It's so
Jones,
obviously
was found
him.
guilty of murder. Olivia died at the hands of her husband on Valentine's Day 2019.
What the fuck
and
is
instead
our
of spending a
judicial system
lifetime
on
behind
about?
Bars.
We elected to agree with the state to a 30-year sentence because of the potential risk of, an even higher sentence.
In exchange, Christopher waived his right to appeal the conviction. After the judge handed down this sentence, Olivia and Christopher's 2 daughters took the stand. Looking directly at their father, they described the impact of Olivia's death. The youngest daughter, who was only 11 when her mother died, said, quote, "I'll forgive you one day, but right now I can't." Throughout the trial, the prosecution described a history of abuse that finally blew up. Defense attorney Ryan Getz argued a different version of events.
I think that we'll never know what happened in that room. Ultimately, my impression from the jurors is that they just didn't believe Chris's version of events, and that really only left the one alternative.
This was an emotional day for Olivia's family. As they were leaving the courtroom, they were encouraging each other, saying, "Today was all about Olivia, and she won."
Christopher Jones is currently serving his sentence in the John M. Wynn Unit in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, fuck that motherfucker. All right, chat. You guys ready to guilty until proven innocent? Yeah. Yeah, guilty until proven innocent.